And hello, SweetPeas.
It's about time, bitch.
My name is Miss Tyffanie Morgan.
Rowing away. It's Troy.
What's going on here?
Just a whole lot of celebrity.
Pause for applause. Why, hello, and welcome to What's the Maple Tea with your hostess, me, Miss Tyffanie Morgan, and...
Not Tyffanie Morgan. It's me, Carson Arthur.
and Carson Arthur, that's right. World-renowned gardener extraordinaire.
Oh, you want me to do all that stuff? I've been on the show enough times, haven't I? Now, don't people know me? Yeah, I'm some TV guy. Yeah, I do stuff on HGTV, but most importantly, I'm loud and proud and out and in a fantastic marriage to my partner, which is coming up on 4 years, which is crazy. So that's all the really important stuff.
Yeah, that's the really important. 4 years?
I know.
Gosh. Oh,
I know.
It's
It's gone by so fast. That's a good thing, right? No, 4 years and counting. And last night we went to a phenomenal Pride event, and I don't know who Alan Smith is, but thank you. We went to a phenomenal Pride event together, and it just reminded us how amazing our community is and how vibrant everyone is, including your lovely green shirt.
Oh, I know. Don't you just love it? I had to do the work sort of conference thing, virtually, because as you can probably figure out, Carson, that I love being on camera. And, and I did that for my branch, and I was like, well, we got to wear the Kingston Pride t-shirt, when I'm broadcasting to 300 plus people.
Come on now. Isn't it this weekend coming up?
Kingston Pride is this weekend coming up, June 18th. Yeah.
June 18th. Yeah. Oh, good thing you mentioned the dates. Yeah. No, I'm so excited. I hope I can get there to see you live, but I know I'm going to stream some of the footage. So can't wait for it.
Awesome. Well, if you didn't get a ticket on the boat cruise, well, just give me a ring-a-ding. I'm sure I can find a ticket for you, Carson.
For the boat cruise?
Yes.
Yeah, so don't laugh. We've been invited 3 times already. So other people who bought multiple tickets and now can't go. So we're like, uh-oh. So that's why I'm like, I might just cash one in and come and visit you.
Oh, thank you. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on a second here. People are buying tickets, but they can't go?
No.
Oh.
So when you've pre-bought tickets and then for whatever reasons your plans change and you're unable to attend. So I've heard it a couple times from personal friends of mine who want to go because they're such a avid fan of yours, of course. But they just, unfortunately, it's summer and people are getting crazy busy.
Interesting. Because I'm
not saying any names. I already dug a hole. We're walking out of this one
slowly
backwards.
I'm like, there's eggshells. We're walking out. Right?
Yeah, crap. Hey, speaking of eggshells, how was your tea party event?
Well, it was a lovely experience, and I really thank the Secret Garden Bed and Breakfast Inn on Sydenham Street for taking the chance with me. Take a chance on me. Da, 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 da. So thank you so much. There were 4 parties, two very large parties, sort of thing, but not the numbers that I personally would have wanted. They said it was good numbers for them. And it was cute because one of the things, sorry, Carson, you got me talking now. One of the things was I wanted to take guests through the garden and, talk, show off my horticultural knowledge and stuff. And
you just wanted to show off your bush. Or is it a twig and berries? Was it an English tea party?
it was a it was a British style tea. Yeah, exactly. High tea. Oh my gosh. Yes. They took a ramble through my brambles. Uh,
Oh, with a weed whacker, I hope. Anyhow, I hope I'm not getting you in trouble.
no, you're not getting me in trouble because what's the maple tea? We have no ratings. We're just, we can say shit balls, fuck, whatever you want to say, Carson. It's not the radio.
Oh, no, I wasn't talking about that. The swear words, those will roll probably shortly when we start talking about some of the outfits. But prior to that, no, I hope I'm not getting you in trouble with your fans by spilling the real tea on Tyffanie.
No, no, no. It's yeah, it's all good. I'm
Okay.
sure. Well, there may be other opportunities. I hope so, but I'm trying to find my little niche there, drag queen gardener. What does that mean in Canada? What does that mean?
Well, that's the problem because there isn't one yet. So if you're gonna do
Exactly.
it, yeah, it's all you, baby.
It's all me. I'm the trailblazer. Anyway, enough about me, Carson, because you are a secret drag race stan. Like,
I don't. How secret is it
well,
really now
it's
at
not.
this point? No, 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 no. I am a huge Drag Race fan, and All Stars is going to make it really, really difficult to go back to the inexperienced queens. Because this year in All Stars, wow, mind blown at the skill that these entertainers, performers have.
I know. I know. Like because I'm a little late to Drag Race. I will freely admit that I'm a little late to Drag Race, so I haven't seen Trinity or Monet like their original seasons and stuff. But I do
at
know
least
them.
we, at least we know that you were born when Raja performed.
Carson.
Well, no, they were joking about it. A lot of the new young fans were born prior to Raja even winning. And I was just like, damn, I feel old now because I've watched that season. So, yeah, I'm up on every single season in as many countries as I can. As long as it's not subtitled, I've watched it. The subtitled ones, yeah, it's too much work.
Oh, so you watched the Netherlands, the Holland one then?
Yeah.
It
Was
was
it much there?
partially. Was it
Yeah.
partially?
Well, because you couldn't understand their English sometimes, and there was subtitles. That one's fine. No, I did watch that one. It's not my favorite though. I have many, many more favorites, including Canada. I can't wait for Canada versus the world. Are you kidding me?
Oh my
Yeah,
god. Oh my god.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Rowena Ways joined us here. Oh,
Yay, Miss Rowena Way.
I forgot to cross post to you, Rowena, your Facebook page again. I do that all the time.
I don't even
Uh
know what that means. Anyhow, so Canada versus the world. I'm so excited because I think I know one or two of the queens, maybe possibly without leaking anything out. And it is going to be phenomenal. So, which is, yay Canada, but more importantly, yay Drag Race. Give me some good show.
well, Canada hosting to the world. Like, wow, that's awesome. I
Well,
just hope
it's not them hosting to the world. It's the world coming to compete in Canada. Oh, is that
and
what you
they
meant hosting as in like putting them up in their houses because they can't afford hotels?
ah
Sorry.
well, where did they film? Because I'm in my mind, I'm like, did they just fly them all the way to North Bay in Northern Ontario because it's like cheap production in the north, or where?
No, it is filmed locally, but there's always discussion because there's this whole deal. Most people don't know this, but in film and television, if you get outside of a certain radius of Toronto, you get all kinds of credits and an incentive to give jobs elsewhere. So they might have moved it out, but I suspect they're still in the GTA.
Yeah, I would imagine so. Somewhere close to an international airport.
Fair
Oh my,
enough.
yeah. I wonder who's coming into Canada. But you know some of the Canadian stars who are, or do you know
Quite,
others?
quite possibly.
Quite possibly,
I'm not
yes.
saying anything else.
Well, no,
It's
no, we
it's
can't.
it's
We
all
can't.
rumors and conjections and friends, and you're kind of like, well, maybe. Okay, I could see that, and it's yeah, you know how everybody likes to get in on the game of who would represent Canada.
Well, I think they're. Oh wait, anyway. I'm like, sometimes people give me a little tidbit, and I totally forget that I'm like, I can't share that.
Yeah,
And I'm like, oh
exactly. That's
yeah,
what I'm doing
yeah.
right now too. So,
I'm
can
like,
we talk
yeah.
about Rue? Because we can share that.
Let's talk about.
Okay.
Oh, Rue. What do you mean about Rue? What you
No,
know?
no, All Star 7.
Oh, All Star 7. Oh,
Shit.
what we I normally talk about on What's the Maple Tea?
Yes.
So it was episode 5, and like I said, my little cheat sheet has not been updated. But if I remember, it's the drag anniversary. No, drag
Oh my God. No,
commencement
it was the,
speeches.
I
It was the
can't believe I
speeches.
have to walk you through this one. It was the commencement speeches, the valedictorian ones.
Yes, that's what it was. Yes.
Okay.
No, I know it was the speeches, but it was like drag. It was kind of like a reference to Drag You or something like that. Like commencement
Oh,
speech.
that's funny, funny. Yeah. Yeah, it was about hypothetical graduates on Drag You, but right. So I see where you're going with that. Okay, that makes more sense now. You're forgiven.
Thank you. So Carson, so first of all, at the beginning of the episode, we are seeing, what the fallout from the previous episode with the Monet exchange getting the platinum plunger. Although it looks a little
Yes.
gold to me, but
It's a champagne glitter. Yeah, I was a little surprised. Not surprised that she gave it to Monet. I was surprised when she said a couple of the lines that she did. And I don't know how you want to deliver this, but both of the lines were very telling about the golden plunger move.
yes, because so Jada, no, not Jada, yeah, Jada, she held the little xylophone for the Vivian before her
Yes.
performance, and then the Vivian kind of like made it look like she was going to give it to Jada, but then gave it to Monet, and yeah.
Oh, sorry, I jumped right to the backstage conversation. Yes, all of that happened first, and then of course everybody wanted to know why the Vivian did what she did when they're all sitting on the couches, and that's the part that I was like, oh, very interesting, very interesting.
Duly noted, the Vivian.
Yes.
Duly noted. Yeah, that was really, that was kind of juicy, and I liked that TV kind of moment. She's like, I would have chosen someone, but they were not up for
I know.
elimination.
Like how wow telling was that, and Jinx's face was quite surprised. Like quick pan to Jinx, and she's just like, "What?" And in the little blurb afterwards, but yeah, the Vivian basically said, without well, she kind of did say it. She basically said, "You're the closest to me, so I need to get rid of you." But that whole can of worms is oh boy, because now all the other queens are looking around the room, going, "Hey, you're kind of like me," and "Hey, you're kind of like me," and they're all like thinking, "Wow, are you my competition specifically? Do I have to get rid of you specifically so I have a better chance?" So it's just turned everything around, except Evie, who was already turned around and didn't really care because there's nobody ever quite like her.
Won't someone plunge me?
I know.
I'm like, girl. She's already
No,
getting
no.
thirsty on the 5th episode.
I know. I also was a little surprised that I mean, I get the Monet move and I get where she was going with it, but there's some really, really talented, dangerous queens, and Monet did well, but in the last couple of episodes, but not like to the point where I thought she was gonna. I didn't pick her to win, so I think the cast may be thinking that Monet's more of a threat than I really think she is. I think there's more dangerous queens that I would have totally plunged.
I think they're still playing it safe, really, right? They're playing it safe so that they don't upset the status quo, because the status quo is you get a badge and then you get the plunger.
Right.
They're all no one has more than one badge at this point. I think what we're now going to see, maybe episode 6 this week, we're going to see divergence of that, because now at the end of this episode, well, we'll leave.
Don't let the cat out of the bag.
Don't let the cat out of the bag. We'll keep going through episode 5 here.
Well, you just eliminated Evie from winning, clearly.
Well, there's a few that are just fillers.
Yeah, fair enough. Anyhow,
like Rowena Way is fillers for all my shows, really.
Oh, the
Wink, wink, wink,
shade.
wink.
Where's your fan?
Wink.
There we go. I knew it.
There we go. There we go. No, I'm teasing. I'm teasing. She's even watching right now. She's probably gonna comment or something like that soon, or block me completely. Uh, so then we get to the next day, and we find out that they have to do commencement speeches.
Mhm.
And Monet has been chosen to come up with the set list, come up with the order.
Yeah. So I thought it was interesting the idea of commencement speeches because when they do the speeches to the little boy and Rue holds up, what would you tell 5-year-old Tommy or whatever? It kind of played on that same sort of emotional thing with a bit more of a comedy twist. So obviously, commencement speeches, they're emotional. You're supposed to be funny, but at the same time, you're supposed to give a message. And honestly, I can't think of another season that they could have trusted the cast to get this right like this season because the All Stars, talent wise, have been phenomenal. This is a pretty hard ask because you got to be funny, you got to be serious, you got to be emotional, you got to keep it together, and you got to do it in a way that's memorable. I think it's a hard challenge, to be honest with you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No. I'm pausing to think about. Stop
Tyffanie
laughing.
fell asleep in the middle of that when she's like, "Speaking of hard challenges, staying awake right now is hard." But...
Well, no, you got me thinking because I don't know. Well, I've been doing this for so long that I do like to do those little speeches at shows every now and then. You have a little funny, but you have a little like heart to heart sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
Maybe not sharing so much of a story, like some of them shared some really life-changing kind of stories in a short moment as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you share that it's storytelling with some comedy with and yeah.
But you have to be memorable. Remember, you have to stand out against all these amazing people. So that's why I'm like, okay, that's a lot harder than you expect because there's funny queens and then there's queens who can deliver good drama. But this is both, and you have to be memorable. You have to stand out. You have to sparkle. So this is a hard one. I'm actually impressed, and I don't know that they'll ever do this one again because you have to be super talented. Or maybe they'll, force some flops.
Or force.
And yes, she's always daydreaming of big tomatoes.
Big tomatoes.
Two-handed.
There, oh, look at that!
There we go.
Is this poster? What is this poster doing up on our screen here? I have no idea.
Hey, have you got a tomato yet on your damn plant?
No, I don't. Do you have a tomato?
I have 8.
How dare you?
And I'm going to shove one into the other one so it gets heavier. Cannibalism. Just keep feeding it in there. Okay. Let's go back to the show. We're getting sidetracked.
Oh my God.
We're gonna lose your fans.
Yes, be memorable. Yeah, you're absolutely correct about that. Like, and I don't know when you're saying that, I just keep thinking about social media and everything. I'm like when it comes to the TikToks and stuff, everything, you have to catch that audience within the first like 5 seconds, sort of thing. And yeah, all these are true like goddesses on the stage there. Although some of them didn't share personal stories, but they were still very memorable. Like I loved whoever her name is, and
oh, that one. Wow.
We're all going to die.
Oh, Raja.
Oh my! Why did I forget her name? I probably could have been on her season if I completed that application form.
There you go. Raja. Yeah, Raja did Hocus Pocus cult queenie thing. I'm going to give her a read here, though. She could have been looking absolutely fabulous versus the starred coat, the wizard coat that she was wearing. Like it was a little too much. Like it wasn't glamorous. It wasn't fun. It wasn't draggy. So
yeah,
I don't know.
It kind of gave me Mickey Mouse and the Wizard sort of thing with the brooms. I like.
What was that called? Where they go dun, 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 down the stairs? Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It kind of gave
Magician's
me
Apprentice.
magician. Yeah, exactly. It kind of gave me that. I was like, oh, okay, girl.
Yeah,
Uh,
but
but
she was funny.
she gave us one-liners. Like I
Oh,
remembered, we're all
yeah.
going to die.
Oh, gonna die. But she was also in character. You knew who she was, and she didn't lose the character the entire time. And it was such an because it wasn't a personal telling of her life or something's personal to her. But she made it so good and so meaty, and it stood out because she was the only one who did that, which made it memorable. So she hit all kind of the three things that we said that she needed to do for this commencement, except the emotional part. I wasn't emotional. It was very funny, but it wasn't emotional for me. That's all.
Gotcha. Yeah, you didn't have that heart-to-heart kind of story bit there. No,
No, you can't tell me the message of her story.
we're
The
all
message
gonna
of her
die.
story was we're all gonna die. Memorable.
Uh, Speaking about not so memorable moments. Okay, let me find the list here and I can
So
remember.
Monet, because she picked the order,
Yeah,
and because she put herself, I think she went first, didn't she?
I think she
So
went first.
yeah,
Yeah.
Monet went first. Her lines were good. She looked a little nervous, but the only thing memorable about her performance was the hair pick that fell out of her piece onto the microphone stand. That's the only thing I remember. I can't remember another thing she said or talked about. And that's always the danger going first when there's really talented people behind you. You got to be memorable, and she wasn't.
Yeah, I don't know why people don't like going last when well, I can understand a little bit, but I'd be almost tempted as the last person to grab some stuff, like some ideas that were like, oh, that got them laughing. I'll just adjust mine or something like that.
Fair
But
enough.
Monet, yeah, she did that like and gentlemen.
Oh, right.
That's yeah, and the comb hair pick. That's all. That's all. Like I know,
Yeah.
I know.
No, she didn't even say gentleman.
Oh no, what was it?
So you
Faculty.
didn't
It was
remember. All you
faculty.
remember was the lip rub because she has plump lips.
Thick thighs make the dick rise. And so there was Monet, and who was next? Was it Jada?
Oh, I'm leaving it to you. You're supposed to tell me on this one.
Okay, well I don't know the order, so I'm gonna say Jada.
So
Jada was next.
Jada, okay, we'll say Jada's next. Yeah, Jada was okay. She was cute. She was funnier than I thought. Like I didn't expect her to exceed at this one. I thought, I don't know. I just thought she was okay, just okay.
Yeah, exactly. Um, like I just want to say that everyone did well. But yeah, like if we're gonna rate them, yeah, she did well.
Mhm.
Monet did the Mufasa quote.
Oh, right. You know what though? I think it was Shea Coulee who was after Monet.
Was it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And
Okay, so
Shea
Shay.
Coulee, the way she presented herself was so sexy and so confident, and it was such a turn on for me. Like she owned it, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm hot. Yeah, I know it. Yeah," and I loved it. I loved it. She stayed in character. Her lines were sharp. She had some memorable ones, like the John Hughes movie. She
Oh
said it'd
my
be a John Hughes
God.
movie, except I'm black. And I thought that was amazing. I thought she did great. She was in my top three for sure.
She had some really great lines. I love that John Hughes rev. I was like, oh my God, this could be one, but no, I'm black.
Oh, the bitches are barking. Apparently, I've got neighbors. No, they're fine.
uh, I had no idea you had dogs. Do you need a dog collar, dear? I have some Pride ones.
There's so many ways to take that. Who doesn't need a dog collar?
Who doesn't?
Hello.
Hello.
All right. What did
But
you think
yeah,
about Shay?
like you said, she was pure confidence. She was pure
Mhm.
confidence. She was like, walking into the exec boardroom and like, don't fuck with me, fellas, sort of kind of like confidence, right?
Yep.
Um, she was kind of giving me what is that movie that all the gays talk about?
That narrows it down.
On
But
Thursday,
that movie,
on Thursdays we wear pink or whatever.
I don't even know that one.
I
Don't
mean,
judge me.
Mean Girls, Mean Girls. She was
Oh,
good.
Mean Girls. Oh my God. Yeah, Jonathan Bennett will kill me for not remembering that movie line. Okay, yes, Mean Girls. It's true. Yes.
Yeah, she was giving me a little bit of Mean Girls, and
Okay.
yeah, and yes, it had a story. It had a story of if you're popular in high school, you can be popular outside of high school too.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can see the Mean Girls. If Whitney Houston did Mean Girls, there you go. Done.
Crack is whack.
Uh,
Crack is
yeah.
whack. So I'm just gonna jump to Trinity the Tuck. Trinity
Okay.
the Tuck.
Yeah. I almost needed a box of Kleenexes for this one. I found
Mm.
Trinity's was super emotional. I loved that it was funny, but then there was that awkward moment where you're like, I'm still laughing, but I think this might be serious. And then you're like, oh, okay, stop. But then, like, she took it to a spot where I was just like, good for you, Trinity, good for you. Because much like her implants and everything else, you don't get to see the real her very often.
Mm. No, Hooked on Phonics did not work for her.
For
Uh,
yeah.
boy.
And that's hard to do that one. She did it well.
No, she did. She did. And I'm sure that connected with a lot of audience members out there in the world too. Um,
Yeah, but it was just nice to see it because I think a lot of people, myself included, have this perception of Trinity, especially being a Vegas queen, that she's been always been rich or well off and always been, the funny one, the successful one. But because she got implants and she did plastic surgery really early in the career, everyone just made assumptions for her that she didn't have it hard. So to hear that, she was a lot like everybody else out there. It's pretty cool. It puts her to a new. It gives her more room to show how much she has grown as a person.
yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Perceptions are a lot of like 99% of it's just perceptions, right? A lot of people don't realize where they may have come from, sort of thing.
Hmm.
Um, and that I think that's the first thing that drag queens, well, even like little gay boys in high school, you you learn how to kind of be something else.
Hmm.
You know, like I just always remember when I was younger. Going out to the bars in town here, like the gay bar and stuff like that, and someone came up to me and they're like, "Why are you such a bitch?" And I'm like, "What are you talking?" Like, "What are you talking about? I'm not a bitch." And they're like, "Well,
Yeah,
you walk in here like you own the place," and I'm like, "Well, yeah, like that's just acting,
yeah,
you know."
a little bit,
Yeah, yeah, it's a little bit. I did kind
a
of own
little
the
bit.
place, but anyway.
That's where I thought you were gonna go with it. Amazing.
Yeah, Trinity the Tuck and Evie Oddly. Evie, I don't even remember Evie.
Really? Oh no,
What was
Evie was
Evie's speech?
she was one of my favorites. She was about go out there and fail as often as you can because out of each failure comes your success. And I was just like, oh my God, I want that on a t-shirt somewhere. It was so good. I thought it was so good. She like if I had somebody in my school give me that commencement speech, I would have been really motivated to do big things. Are you looking it up right now? Did I lose you? Were you just scratching?
I'm like, no, that's not a scratch. I'm like, tear, tear, tear. Oh my gosh,
Oh, okay.
really? Yeah,
Yeah, it was
that
so good.
it was really good. And RuPaul even made a comment at the end, right? Like when she
Yeah.
was review, she's like, that is an amazing kind of mindset sort of thing, which made me kind of confused a little bit. Like, when RuPaul's like, oh my God, that's an amazing speech. And then Evie didn't get it. But
Well, and this is where I'm struggling a bit for Evie is she's doing amazing. The judges keep saying things about her performances, her outfits, like she's getting noticed. She's just not winning. And I think this speech really should have. I put her in my top two personally for the speeches, but I don't know that she scored as well with the judges overall or with Rue compared to the other two. That there's some pretty good speeches coming up in this little conversation.
Yeah, because Rowena and I have talked about it in other Maple Teas that like she's done some amazing performance. Like in the last one, the Fairy Tales, like
Hmm.
she played the wolf and in two
Yeah,
skits, you know.
yeah.
And I was like, wow, how many hours is that? And it, like just like wow, she's really talented, but she's not winning any of these badges at all,
No,
which
she's
is
not
like
getting the recognition. And this speech, unfortunately, was one that I will go back and YouTube again because I thought it was that good.
for whatever YouTube a year a year that you're
Right?
watching this
Oh
on
yeah, that was
YouTube.
awesome. Yeah, but that was Miss Jinx. That wasn't Evie. That was Miss Jinx.
I know. Well, let's just jump to Miss Jinx. Let's just,
Okay.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
hit by a fucking car. Loved it. See, I remember that. I've already seen. Have you seen the memes going out right now with RuPaul in the nun's outfit driving the car?
Oh
I
wait,
loved
in a
it.
nun's outfit driving the car?
Well, well, I saw. Yeah, like Sister Teresa, like this. I've seen a couple of different versions now, but the nun's outfit, I just cracked out because it's the same picture that goes around of her face, but she's in the nun's outfit, and you just barely see her over the wheel.
Oh no, I love it. I saw another meme where RuPaul was in the driver's seat and in the back seat was Trixie.
Damn.
And I was
Yeah,
like, oh my God, there have been so many memes about this.
yeah.
So when Jinx went up to, because we found out, like, you know, beforehand when she was writing her speech that she wanted to, she was like, I either want to talk about, I don't know, whatever it was, or,
All right. Yeah, when she was talking to Nikki Glazer, who is the coach with Rue, and she's saying she's I either want to do this or I want to do this, and it was a total setup because you're like, what the hell is she talking about?
but yeah, getting hit by a car in Amsterdam.
Yeah, and you're just like, where is this going to go, and how is this a commencement speech? But okay, let's we're on for the ride.
No, yeah. Yeah, I liked how they edited it because you're like, I don't really understand where this is going. I'm
Yeah,
like, I got hit in Amsterdam by a car.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah, no, she did awesome. Her little witch's outfit was also memorable. Like I thought, like there were some good outfits, nothing like wow. But Jinx's outfit as a little witch was kind of like, okay, cute. I like that you're taking me to a place. That's cool.
yeah. I thought her build up though to the actual speech was just genius. Like she's like, "Oh, okay, this is, you know, like that YouTube comment that she mentioned." But then she's
Right,
like,
right,
"I
right,
clearly was supposed to be somewhere else." So I'm just gonna go
right.
through my notes. Hecate, Hecate, Hecate. Okay, no.
Yeah, right. I forgot about that part. Yes, of course you remember the spells.
Of
I'm just
course.
saying.
My God, I'm a bedknobs and broomsticks bitch.
I know, I know.
Tricornis Saintus D. Tracuna McQuady. Circornis. Whatever. Anyway. Uh, where I'm having flashbacks, apparently, of bedknobs and broomsticks. All right. But yeah, she was just lovely. Her makeup I find quite stunning too. It's just yeah. I will freely admit that like I'm a bit of a Jinx stan. You know, they're all great. They're all great, but I'm like, maybe I'm Jinx for the win.
Oh,
Hashtag Jinx for the win.
please. I am all for hashtag Jinx for the win. And I'll be 100% honest with you. I watched her entire season before this even came out, and she was not one of my favorite winners. So the fact that Rue has put her in this spot so you get a chance to relearn who this person is and how amazing they are is fantastic for me. So I am go Jinx, number one fan. Well, next to you, of course, but number two
Oh,
fan.
oh, thank you, Carson. And let me just do a little call out here. So you're listening to What's the Maple Tea with me, Miss Tyffanie Morgan, and Carson Arthur. So the last speech, which I was like, Monet, why did you put her last?
Mm, yeah.
Because she clearly was like, she's gonna take that last moment and just
Oh
go
yeah.
with it. Like, what did you think of the Vivian's performance?
Okay, so Vivian decides to be drunk and be the drunk grad queen, which was funny, but I was like, this could go really wrong. But the fact that the
Yes.
camera kept going back to her through everyone else's speeches, and she was in character, taking the drinks, nodding along, playing along. Like and then she got up on the podium. You already knew who she was. The stumble was awesome off of the podium, and then she just sold me with the accent and the whole story, and I was on the ride with her the whole time. And I think she had my favorite line of the night, which was, "Who's top of the class and Trinity's top of the professors?" Something like that. Jinx is top of the class and Trinity's top of the professors. I thought that was amazing. So it was yeah, she was really, really good.
I don't even think there was a like little heart to heart. There wasn't really a little heart to heart, was it? It was just all trash talk.
Yeah, no, she said a couple of things that I was kind of like, okay, and then she got right back in with the digs, and she almost basically did the Paris is Burning, the reading is fundamental. She almost basically did that and read So Many Queens in her speech. It was awesome, so well done. Yeah,
She treated
amazing.
it like a roast. It was kind of like a roast, and I
Yeah,
liked that. I liked
yeah,
that. When they kind of, as in their characters or something, started pointing out other queens who were up there to do speeches, I was like, yeah, that's great. Like, it's a roast almost at
yeah,
that point, and yeah.
totally. So she ticked all of my boxes as well. So for me, Evie was number one, but I had Jinx and the Viv as number two, three. Shay was in there too. She was really good, but she wasn't as memorable as the other one. So those were my kind of top three personally.
Yeah. Yeah, I would almost put Raja in there too, just because I do. I don't know. I love the Raja. I love Raja. The Raja. I'm like, there's something about her. I'm like,
I was gonna say you
old
identify
queens.
with her because she's old.
No, no one knows her anymore. She's now completely irrelevant.
And that's why you like Jinx Monsoon, because you're like, I could paint my face like that, just like that.
I can.
You
I
totally
can.
would look totally. You could be your sister for sure.
I just love her comedy though too.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't know if I can be sober. I'm like, a lot of those queens are sober now too. That's where I was a little bit worried about the Vivian doing a joke as drunk. Like I was a little worried that
Mm.
that it may cause some drama there, but I clearly not.
Yeah.
Clearly not.
I mean, yeah,
I'm
comedians are
overthinking.
all comedians are a threatened species right now with all the violence against comedians. But I think Vivian handled it in a way that made it funny, because we all know that person, or we've all watched that person in movies. We know that character. So I think everybody, even though they're sober or not, I think they could respect that it was a funny, funny segment.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Now, I don't even remember what their runways looked like. Do you remember what their runways looked like?
Oh my
What
God.
was the runway? What
You
was
better
the
Google that because the
I'm
runways
trying.
were amazing.
Better no, okay. Oh, that was the lip sync song, Better
It
in
was it was
Color.
it was
Uh
the veiled
oh, the
segment.
veiled look, the veiled look.
I was like, no. The veils were awesome, but I don't remember the order. A shout out that I would like to make too.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember if you, or I don't know if you remember when Rue came down in the gold lame pants, the black vest, cut sleeves, gloves to introduce the competition. Do you remember that one? Do you remember his
What?
outfit?
What was that?
Yeah,
I know
seriously.
I totally forgot to mention that because I don't know what it is about that look that what is up with that look?
Yeah, it was something. I don't know. I don't know what was going on there. It was weird. It was maybe a shout out to, I don't know, Star Wars, Star Trek. And did you mention Nancy Pelosi?
No, well, Nancy Pelosi. When does Nancy Pelosi come out? Suddenly. Oh, yeah, it was with the looks. It was definitely
Yeah,
with the runway. Nancy
exactly.
Pelosi
Before we
came
talk
out.
about the looks, we got to talk about Nancy Pelosi.
Oh, the what is she? The chair of the house? What is she? I don't know these American
She's
politics.
American.
She's American.
She's
She's American.
yeah. She runs the Congress. No, the Congress. I don't know. She's
Congress,
one of those.
yes, not
Yeah,
Senate, Congress. Yeah, she's the
she's the one who is famous for the slow clap, right? The slow
oh
clap behind Trump when he was talking. She'd slow clap. Yeah.
oh dear Lord. But she was there, kind of advocating get out and vote, get out and vote.
Yeah.
It's
For sure,
interesting
for sure.
because here in Ontario, we're hearing the stories that what is it like? Was it 42% of the eligible voters actually went out and voted in the provincial elections? Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, get out the vote. That message is here too. If you're eligible to vote, get out and
I
vote.
know, but you're calling me out because I totally didn't vote. I knew
Oh,
you were going there.
what?
Okay, all right. In my
What?
defense,
Well, I know you're writing. So
yes, in my defense, my husband went out and voted, and I was so pissed off at who he voted for that I'm like, well, I'm just going to vote to cancel out your vote. And then it was just like, so we had a long conversation about it, and I'm like, wow, that's a lot of work. Yeah, I'm not going to vote. I'm out. So,
See, I knew
yeah.
I knew bitch was going to be busy, and I went and did the advance polls. And I was like,
Wow.
yeah, I know. I'm like, oh, the advance polls on my way to work. Why not
So,
just stop
so
off?
you're
And
part of that demographic.
yes, the 60 plus. Damn it. No. No, I tease,
All
I
right.
tease, I tease, I tease.
Yeah, let's talk about veils. We're gonna run out of time.
Yeah, let's talk about veils. Let's talk about veils. So, Jinx Monsoon loved that look. Loved
Okay.
that
Are
look.
you going in order, or are you just calling out dresses?
I'm just calling out the dresses. I
Okay.
don't know what order they came in.
So Jinx Monsoon, lovely in lilac. I forget what designer inspired this dress, but it is a runway dress. But her white edition of the veil, she was very mother of the bride, who is then the bride. It was gorgeous. The color, oh, that color was amazing. It was what, blueberry sherbet. It was just such a fantastic shade. Loved it. So yes, loved Jinx, loved Jinx, loved Jinx in this.
Yeah, and she was giving me a little bit of Disney princess with the butterflies holding the veil up, sort of thing. I love that.
Right? I forgot about the veil. Yeah, the back, or the, no, is that train on the backside? Whatever the back headpiece was.
Yeah.
So, and she said, I can't walk hard because this is going to all fall down if I do, but little butterflies holding it up. Yeah, stunning. I think that was Michelle's favorite part too. Or was it Ruth? One of them loved it.
One of them loved it. One of them loved it.
And don't forget that Nikki Glazer was the guest judge.
Yes, yes. So
Okay. Yeah.
she provided the advice, and then she also did the judging
Yeah.
of the. Yeah, exactly.
And she was phenomenal looking as well. She was showing some hot cleave. All my lesbian friends out there were excited about that she looked as hot as she did.
I don't know much about her. What does she do? She does roasting, right? She does these roasts.
She does. She's very talented. She's done a ton of Netflix specials where the big money is. She's good. Her drama, our style of comedy is very sharp. Like it's very fuck you, fuck your mother too. But it's not crass. It's just very, she's sharp, she's witty, and it's very millennial. You won't get any of it. So just ignore that.
Okay. Thank you. Who do we want to touch? What about Shea Coulee? Because I remember this.
Do you remember the outfit, or do you remember it from the Paris fashion runways?
Was it actually
Yeah,
what?
absolutely. It was, and I forget again, my designers tonight. It was part of their recent show, and the designer designed that particular outfit in honor of, I think, his mother or his grandmother, something. But then Shay walked in it, and for anybody who didn't get to see it, accordion pleated, every single layer, different colors. It was stunning with the bag, and it was so good. Even the shoes. Wow, like such a pop of color. She floated down that runway. Chic, so chic.
Why isn't she on Paris runways already?
She has. No, Shay's done Italian Vogue. She's done a ton of runways. Oh yeah. That's how she knows all these designers to get these outfits.
Oh, girl.
Yeah.
Girl.
Yeah.
My designer is Burlap Bag.
I've seen your Dollarama videos. I know exactly where you get your inspiration. All right.
Made
So
in
I want
Taiwan,
to talk.
made in Taiwan.
Yeah, I want to. Can we talk? Oh, you talk about Shay. You let me know. Do you like Shay?
Do I like Shay?
Well, in this outfit.
In this outfit, oh my God, stunning, stunning.
Yeah.
Although you couldn't see her face, but no, no, no. Just it was haute couture, like
Oh, fantastic.
total
So
haute couture.
I have a question for you because I don't really have much experience wearing women's clothing. Could you hide like a couple of cheeseburgers in that outfit with all the pleats? Could she you know, pack a few extra travelers in there? Because you couldn't see anything but her hands and her ankles. But honestly, I didn't care. I was living for it.
Is that a legit question you're asking me? If you could have some
No,
takeaway? No, no,
no, because if you wore that dress with takeaway, you'd see every bump bulge. Like you have to be like a 0 or a 2 to get away with that one.
you do. That fabric, like whoever designed that knew how the fabric would drape, how it would hang and stuff like that. And yeah, it was true artistry. Like
Mhm.
they knew their medium, sort of thing. And yeah, yeah. Oh gosh. Anyway.
Backpedaling. So who's next?
So we talked about Jinx. We talked about Shay. Who else is on the list here?
So
Monet. What
Evie
about? Oh,
Oddly.
Evie Oddly. Evie Oddly. Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
Evie had again a gorgeous interpretation of veil. So didn't she have a double veil? She had one and then she took it off and she had the beaded one underneath it.
Damn it. Damn it. I don't remember. I don't remember.
It's all good. Yeah, so she was beaded to the gods. As she's walking down, she's like, "This is 800 pounds, but I'm gonna make it." And you could tell in the walk, like she was weighed down by this. But holy cow, the perfection of that dress, which I thought was stunning.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm vaguely remembering it. I remember it being stunning too. Like it had great movement too, right?
Yeah, and again though, with Evie, nobody else could have worn that. Like you had to be incredibly lean and angular to make that kind of dress look good. And to be honest, I mean, it doesn't appeal to everybody because of that, right? Because you're like, oh, it wouldn't look good on me. But on Evie, it was a work of art. It was Met Gala art, in my opinion.
Now, do we know if they got a little bit of stipend, right? To help with their outfits, I think. Did I hear that correctly?
Oh, and
I
quite
don't know.
possibly, but I mean, let's be honest. The looks are actually generating dollars the for the fashion houses. So people want to have their looks on the drag queens. They want them there, and they should be because the drag queens make them look phenomenal.
What fashion house could sponsor Tiffany Morgan? I wonder.
It's too easy. I'm
I
like
know.
going for all the good ones, like Reitmans,
Rape. Stedman's, dear.
Stedmans.
Sears Canada.
Terrible.
Oh my gosh. So so Evie Oddly. What about Trinity the Tuck? Trinity the Tuck.
Trinity the Tuck. No, wasn't hers the I don't know what nationality the dress was inspired by, but it was very flamenco dancer with the black on the black on the black with the nude illusion underneath. Am I getting the
Yeah.
right dress?
I
Okay.
don't know. I don't know because I was watching it again and I totally should have got to the dresses because I totally forgot all the dresses apparently.
Oh
Other
no.
than Jinx and other than Raja because that one definitely like stuck in my head. Raja's.
So so I loved Raja's. Okay, we're done with Jada. Jada's dress was beautiful. She worked it. It made her look 8 feet tall with that headdress. But again, because it was so dark, it's so hard to see a lot of the detail on the runway. And I think it suffered a little bit compared to some of the other queens who had brighter or more expressive looks. If you put Jada's all black look, which was fierce, don't get me
Oh
wrong,
yeah,
but
yeah.
beside Jinx's lavender wonder with her red hair and stuff, your eyes are always going to go to Jinx over and over and over again because that color was so intense. So that was the only thing wrong I thought of. What's her noodles outfit? Jada's outfit.
Jada's outfit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you can't see the details of these things.
Yeah.
Like
And
we've seen that in other episodes and stuff where they're like, look at all the details. Well, you don't get the details on the camera.
exactly.
You get the details on the Instagrams afterwards.
And speaking of, because Jada had that nude illusion thing going on and she went black, but Trinity, hello, in the red with also the same nude illusion. And that's what kind of linked the two together in my mind for me. But she did it in red, and that red exploded in color on the screen. In every picture that I've seen, it's like that red is amazing. So, unfortunately, her train looked so bloody heavy that when she
Oh.
was walking, her head kept yanking backwards. You know, like on the comedy shows where the flower girl steps on the bride's veil. That's what it looked like when Trinity's walking down the runway with that train.
Oh my god. We've all been there. Well, not with the trains, but drunk people grabbing onto you. They're like, ah, and you're like, ah, my hair, my hair needs, ah.
Usually they buy me dinner before they do that. Anyhow, moving on. Trinity did promise, though, that this is the last veil. She promised. This is it. So no more veils going forward from Trinity the Tuck. But Trinity knows her body and she knows her colors, because that's the second time she's come out in that bold red with that real hugging fit. And it suits her. She deserves all the attention she got in that one. Absolutely.
I just keep thinking about Little Whorehouse in Texas, like, you know, when Dolly Parton was in that big old red. Like, I don't know why. Maybe because it's her accent. I don't know, but
the best part is nobody listening is old enough to get that reference.
And I will always love you. The original.
Google it. Google it.
Google it. No one messes with my girls.
There you go.
Okay, so that was Trinity Tuck. Who are we missing? Oh, Raja. Well, quickly, Raja. Like she came out as a Vogue fashion cover. Like, oh my god, like totally of her style and of her like brand and stuff like that. And yeah, I thought it was I thought it was great.
Amazing. I don't think she thought the back of the big magazine actual sheet would move quite the way it did. But I didn't get the whole, instead of saying Vogue, she was like, it's Voir or something. I didn't even understand that. And the judges were looking at her like, what the hell are you talking about? So maybe she wasn't allowed to actually put Vogue on the magazine for copyright issues. So, but it was gorgeous. It was beautiful. She looked fantastic. And she was able to walk the runway in that thing. So kudos to Raja for that one.
Like, kudos to all the queens who were able to walk in their outfits and not fall apart.
Yeah. The only one we're missing is the Vivian.
Yes. What was she wearing now? I'm trying to remember.
I can't remember either. And that's what was bothering me. And I'm like, I can't remember what she wore.
Did she come out in a wedding dress, like a white? Did she do like full-on wedding? Yeah,
totally can't remember it. And I'm even trying to Google it, and Google's giving me like everybody but the Vivian. So that's very telling to me that the Vivian shouldn't have scored as highly as she did. Hint, hint, wink, wink, segue into the next section, which pissed me off. I disagree, Rue. I disagree.
Disagree. Well, the dresses, the outfits, the runway, they don't really necessarily count.
Of course they do.
Well, do they?
Of course they do. Yeah, of course they do. Otherwise, they'd come out in, your fashion and just walk it down. Come on, you walked into that one head on.
What about my fashion, Carson? What about my fashion?
Moving on, Rue picks some winners.
Rue picks some winners. So Rue picks the two top queens of the episode, being the Vivian and Jinx Monsoon.
I was just testing you to see if you read that far along. Yes, the Vivian.
I remember this part.
So, okay, Jinx Monsoon, I love it. Yep, I should give it to her. Her commencement graduation speech, she was in my top. Her outfit in the lavender, stunning, gorgeous. Absolutely give it to her. Raja, come on now. Like, I get that Raja was funny in the commencement speech with the whole, we all gonna die. Like, I get it. I love it. and her Vogue interpretation was really interesting and cool too. But compared to like Evie, who like I want to download her speech again. It was so impactful and listen to that any day that I'm kind of having a bad one. I want to listen to that speech. Like that was so good that I think, and Evie's outfit with the headpiece and the turquoise gems, like she should have won instead of Raja. And I just feel like Rue's trying to make sure everybody's, everybody's trying to be on the equal playing field. Norman, I have seen the fashion Napanee Pride fashion outfit.
It was stunning. It was stunning. Dollar Store Sunflower Couture. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just want to clarify because I accidentally said Jinx Monsoon and the Vivian. That was last episode. It was Jinx Monsoon and Raja.
That's what I was saying. I was trying to cover for you because I caught what you said.
Thank you. Okay. I should have just let it slide.
And Norman, for the record, the Napanee Pride dress, that's one of those ones you can hide a cheeseburger in. Moving on quickly.
You're so canceled. You're so canceled.
I know. Rowena, come back. Okay, so disagree with me. Do you think they should have been the top two?
Yeah, I don't know. Like at this point, I'm like, I feel like they're just trying to give everyone a badge, and then at some point, I feel like there might be at some point a turn, and things then get cutthroat. Like because right now they're all friends. They're all like best buddies.
And this is right now where I play the ominous music because you've just basically given some foreshadowing to the end of the show. Dun, dun, dun. Or did Rue say it earlier? I think Rue says it earlier. So she picks her two winners, and she says that not only did they get a repeater badge, but they each get a badge to share. So now, mathematically, because Jinx had the golden plunger, she can't. Did she have the golden plunger? Yes, Monet has the golden plunger. So Jinx has two badges, and she's going to give away a badge. So there's going to be two queens at the end of this that are going to have two badges. And then Rue says, but not until next week, because as if we weren't tuning in anyways. Like, come on, Rue, what were you thinking?
Yeah, I was a little let down. I should have known they were going to do that because I thought for sure they were going to give the badges away. The extra badges away because each one of them got an extra badge to give to someone else. So I don't know how it's going to land.
Not each one of them, just the winners.
The top two, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry, each one of them, not the whole cast. Like they're not all giving out Valentine's Day cards. No. So the two of them. So one of them is
choose you.
Yeah. So if the queens are smart, I choose you. Love that. If the queens are smart. One of them is going to say really quickly, I'm going to give mine to Evie, because then the other queen now has to give out the badge to somebody who's going to be now having two badges. And that's going to be stanky. So I'd be really quick saying, Evie, here, take this, and just run for it.
If they were both smart, they'd just give them to each other.
Oh, snap. And if Monet Exchange was there, she would have been pitching that to her and Trinity. Yeah, I think you deserve it. I think you deserve it. Amazing.
Well, she was sowing the seeds. Like,
she'd be shady. Yeah. So then we have the lip sync.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep you on time.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
Okay. So we have the lip sync. Raja sucks. It was so bad. I'm like, Raja, move. Raja, do something. Raja, come on. And I was just like thirsty for anything out of her. And I mean,
I think this is a missed opportunity for them to have done some sort of pride song that's like 20 years old.
Well, it's our pride. Yeah.
Exactly.
But Jinx, I like, what was the song again? Because I like the song.
Better in Color by Lizzo.
Right. Yeah. So I liked the song. It was kind of fun. Jinx gave it, like you could tell, but she Broadway musicaled it. I mean, she threw some comedy in there, which is a Jinx thing, but she really belted it out like it was a Barbra Streisand moment. So I thought there was times where she overplayed it, but that just made Raja's performance look even less because that's all she did was like wave her arms around and feel the moment and back out again. And this is me going, damn it, Evie Oddly would have killed this song. It would have been so cool, but here we are.
Yeah. Someone was feeling it. Someone was like, I don't know who this is. I don't know what this song is. I hope you get to open for Alyssa. Thank you. Carson, you should really open for Alyssa Edwards.
No. I can't wait to see you open for Alyssa Edwards. Because, yeah, Alyssa Edwards, she turned it on. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't. Can you imagine me and Alyssa Edwards on the stage?
You could do a Judy song.
I'd look like a sloth. I'd look like, a statuette in the garden sort of thing.
And the lesson for today's show, boys and girls, is always let the good ones go first. No.
So what do we know about the next upcoming episode? I know nothing.
You didn't say who won.
Oh,
Jinx won.
Jinx won.
Yeah.
Jinx won.
Jinx won.
Yeah.
And Jinx got the golden plunger.
Oh.
And guess who she plunged, boys and girls?
I wonder who she plunged.
And I love the walk up going, should it be you? Should it be you? Like, you're just like, hurry up. Just hit the Viv with the plunger, Jinx. We know it's coming. And sure enough, Jinx plunged the Viv. Do, do, do.
Do, do, do. We kind of all saw that coming. But
Yeah,
yeah, she does good TV. She does good TV.
Fair enough.
All
right. So what was your question? What were you saying coming up?
Yeah, the next episode. Was there some reveals? What I don't know what's the next episode.
Yeah, not big reveal, but we know that there's the rewarding of the badges, right?
Yes,
so we know that's the next episode. So they were kind of teasing that a little bit more. I don't think that they actually said what the next challenge is going to be.
No, I don't think so either. So it's going to be a big old secret.
Oh no, sorry, I'm corrected. It's going to be a write a lyric, do a dance number, or song and dance moment. So the dance queens, the song queens are going to do well here. Watch for Monet to step it up because she is pissed right now. She wants to win.
She did seem really pissed, didn't she? Like,
oh,
I don't think
she
I don't think she was acting. I don't think she was acting. She was just like...
she wants to win this.
She's in it to win. She's in it to win.
So that she could be as famous as Bob the Drag Queen. I'm kidding. I didn't say that. Oh, I'm
dun, 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 dun. All right.
Well, we almost finished on time.
Almost. We're a couple minutes over. I know. But Carson, thank you so much for filling in for Rowena Way today.
It's always my pleasure to do that. I love being here with you.
Oh, thank you. I'm like, oh, I feel it.
It's payback for you being on my radio show. I know.
And I apologize for sleeping through the radio show this last Saturday.
Hey, did I tell you that I found the bar that you're going to perform at if and when I win the tomato contest?
If and when you win. Come on now. I'm going to win this tomato contest.
No, but I found the bar.
All right. Are you going to tell me? Or...
Oh, yeah. It's called Vic's Place in the heart of Belleville. Oh, it's such a... Yeah, you just got to see it to believe it. And my friend works there, so I can get you in. It's going to be amazing.
Okay, good. Because I'm like, wait, Carson, are you trying to get me shot in Belleville? Like, is this a biker bar?
Well, no, it's not that rough. But I'm gonna watch you from across the road. On that happy note.
Oh my God! My name is Miss Tyffanie Morgan,
and I'm not her. I'm Carson Arthur.
And you've been listening to What's the Maple Tea? We'll see you later.
Line there I'm supposed to say bye.
Oh wait, here. If you want to find Carson, I'm sorry, I forgot about this. If you want to find Carson, go to carsonarthur.com.
There I am. There I be. I'm always around and always open for conversation. Ciao, everybody. Thanks, Tyffanie.
See you later. Bye bye.